the Lord took me to a place. And inside there, the Lord asked me to bring judgment to this place. So it reminds me of when the Lord was calling me. And then the cloud came and stood before me, the thick dark cloud in his glory. And he spoke from there. And he said, "Can you give me a court of judgment?" And then I knew that this ministry is going to be the ministry of the judgment of the Lord. So this night, the Lord spoke with me. He took me to a place this past night. And today being 25th, indeed 25th. Today being the 25th of May. And in that place, the Lord said, "Bring judgment to this place." And so I spoke the judgment of the Lord to this place. And when I spoke the judgment of the Lord to that place, then all of a sudden, before I finished, a massive earthquake hit that place. I see one tall building with glass windows, and that building was struck by the earthquake. And when the building was struck by this earthquake, it broke. The building broke. And I say, big metal on top of the building, on the roof of the building, communication gadget that was on top, mounted at that place. But I see the side which has been demolished. The roof of the broken, the stair is a tall building, so the floors have been broken one side. Again, the entire building is struck. He brought me to this particular building. And when it is struck, the problem is this, that once the building is struck by the earthquake, the other part that remains standing is now tilted like this. And does like this. So, I see that the building is about to fall. And then, also fear that the tremors might come. And so then it might fall, begin to run before it falls. And that means there's a building that will hence almost fall, will be struck, crushed one side, and once all about to fall, and then the tremors, people will run away from the vicinity of the building, down there. There is an earthquake that is coming. And the Lord said, "These are the signs of the coming of the Messiah."
A deadly earthquake rocked 10 minutes before midnight. Hualien is rocked by a quake of proportions not seen in over half a century. A second earlier, residents were peacefully preparing for bed. Now, they fear for their lives. Wei Lin lives on the 5th floor of a landmark apartment building in Hualien, known as Yunmen Cui Ti. The massive quake partially destroys Miss Chen's building and leaves it looming precariously. Around the city, multiple buildings buckle under the tremendous force of the quake. Repeated aftershocks terrified those trapped inside. It's an incredible challenge for Hualien's first responders. At any moment, a strong shock could send the buildings crashing down. There's no time to waste.
Working against the clock to search for survivors. Rescuers are using cranes to get to those trapped in what's left of Hualien's Marshall Hotel. When the earthquake struck just before midnight local time, the floor caved in, leaving the entire building slanting on its side.
This rescue team from Taichung in central Taiwan is preparing to go into the building for the first time. But this building is in a particularly perilous position.
As you can see, it's very slanted, so we have to take precautions and special gear to ensure our safety.
Eyes turn instinctively towards the teetering structure. Inside, the Taichung team stop. Aftershock, one of them shouts. And deep within the structure, all they can do is wait for the tremor to end. The Taichung team emerge, finding no signs of life, and admit the job makes them sometimes fear for their own lives.
Everyone in Hualien had a shocking night last night, as footage from around the city reveals. Many shops' CCTV cameras capture the moment when staff, customers, and goods alike were shaken by the earthquake. Other residents capture scenes from inside their homes or on the streets, showing what happened when the tremors began.
Late last night, a shop worker had just finished arranging motorbike helmets on the shelves when the earthquake struck. Hundreds of helmets fell to the floor. She fled the building soon after. Meanwhile, entire racks of DVDs in this rental shop were smashed to the ground. Outside, there were more alarming scenes. Motorcyclists at a level crossing are shaken to and fro by the tremors and even thrown to the ground, unable to hold the bike up.
Buildings buckle under the tremendous force of the quake.
And the earthquake breaks the building from around the first floor, so the building remains leaning, about to fall,